Though the shrimp waters are reportedly being reopened on this Friday, it's still not clear whether people will want to eat shrimp that are harvested from the Gulf of Mexico. The question is, can the saltwater shrimp be farm raised? And if so, our proposal would be that BP fund a program to allow shrimpers to convert to shrimp farmers. And this report from NBC 13 reporter Bettina Boating tends to support that thesis.
In Greene County, among lush green ponds for 22 years.
It's not easy, but we enjoy doing it.
Dickie Odom has fed and raised catfish.
Well, there's probably 40,000 pounds ready to sell right now.
A family business that's lasted generations.
You really have to stay on your toes in this hot weather because they're hard to manage.
Manage in ponds of natural inland salt water that's readily found uniquely in this area of Alabama's rural Black Belt. Fact, Alabama has around 19,800 water acres of fish farms. Nearly 200 commercial farmers produce 25 different kinds of fish, and catfish is king.
And I think that in the future we'll be in the driver's seat in the catfish industry.
An industry that has the resources to become 10 times larger in the state. For more than 30 years, Jerry Woodington has seen the catfish business develop, and as plant manager here at Utah's South Fresh Farms processing plant, he'll tell you.
It's a far-reaching operation. It's a lot bigger than a lot of people.
Catfish is a cash-catching commodity that keeps thousands, like truckers to factory workers, employed in some of the state's poorest areas.
Bring in fish from some over 100 different locations, farming communities. So each one of those locations probably employs anywhere from 4 to 15 people, depending on the size of the operation.
And at 70 to 80 cents a pound at South Fresh's plant, the more demand, the more money for all involved.
When you go out and you do order catfish, you are supporting the local economy, and that means a lot these days.
These days, when jobs are in need and prices on some Gulf seafood is rising, Alabama Farmers Federation Catfish Division Director Mitt Walker.
We're going to face a time where particularly fresh seafood is going to be hard to come by, and I think our catfish producers here would be poised to fill that gap to help out those seafood restaurants and seafood counters that may not be able to find that product.
Back on Odom Farms.
If you are concerned about the Gulf, and we all are, and we certainly hope that doesn't materialize to hurt that industry long term, but there is an alternative. Be assured there's a quality fish out here, and if that's what it takes, I think the industry will step up.
Step up and even step outside the box. Remember, this area has natural inland salt water.
This salt water is not everywhere in Alabama.
But it is on Dickie Odom's farm, where he is now growing more than just catfish. With no boats, no trawlers, just a casting net, he's also pulling in.
I feel a couple of them in there.
Pacific white shrimp.
Now, people talk about fresh shrimp. It gets no fresher than that.
Farm-raised shrimp, processed, packed, and even stored far from the coast. Dickie Odom is one of just a few catfish farmers in the state now growing shrimp.
Now let me ask you, 10 years ago, would you have ever thought that you would be raising this type of shrimp that's comparable to shrimp found in the Gulf right here in Alabama?
No, it's pretty unique. It's a lot of fun to us, so we've made a lot of good friends doing this, and people like what we're doing, and we're going to try to continue.
Odom admits inland shrimping is not a big money maker just yet. Operations are still growing, and most of his customers buy straight from his farm or at the Alabama Farmers Market. As for the taste of his newest catch,
it's a good firm texture, and it's sweet.
Sweet and readily available if desired. For so many farmers here, like Dickie Odom,
we're obligated to grow a quality product, and so that's what's going to wind up on the plates is a good product, and I hope we can continue to do that. Every farmer I know wants to do that. I hope we can expand. I hope we can grow it to where it employs more people. It's a good industry. It's a quality product, and I would love to see it bigger and better, and especially here in the Black Belt where we need so much, that it expands to the point that it really does a lot of good economically to our communities and helps our friends and neighbors in our neighborhoods to live a better life.
Along with catfish and shrimp, Dickie Odom is now trying to grow blue crab in those saltwater ponds. Bettina Bowden, NBC 13 HD News.